Most people are scared into thinking that once they start battling unrelenting swollen legs, also known as edema, it automatically means they have a serious issue like kidney disease, liver failure, heart problems, or diabetes. And while it's true that those conditions can lead to swollen legs, there's another often overlooked reason why your legs, ankles, or feet can puff up so badly that pressing into them leaves a deep pit, even if you don't have any of those major health issues. It all comes down to a tiny but powerful system inside your body, a microscopic pump found in your cells called the sodium-potassium pump. This pump is responsible for moving fluid in and out of your cells, helping to keep your legs and feet from ballooning with excess water. But here's the kicker. When your diet is high in carbohydrates, especially refined ones, this pump begins to malfunction. And no, you don't need to be diabetic for this to happen. Even people with normal blood sugar can experience this if the pump is weakened. To get this pump working again, and eliminate leg swelling at the root, your body needs two very important minerals and one crucial vitamin. In today's video, we'll walk you through exactly what they are and how to get them naturally. First, we'll begin with the minerals, then we'll reveal the essential vitamin that ties everything together. But before we dive in, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to help this video reach more seniors who are silently struggling with leg swelling. Without further ado, let's get started. 1. Potassium. Low potassium can directly contribute to leg swelling or edema because potassium works hand in hand with sodium to regulate fluid balance in your body. When potassium levels are too low, your body holds on to too much sodium, which causes fluid retention, especially in the lower legs and ankles. By increasing your potassium intake, you help your body flush out excess sodium through the urine. This not only helps reduce swelling but also lowers blood pressure, since sodium is a major driver of high blood pressure. The vast majority of people, especially seniors, are not getting nearly enough potassium. In fact, the average person consumes far below the recommended 4,700 milligrams per day. And if you're really deficient, those tiny 99 milligrams potassium pills often found in over-the-counter supplements may not move the needle. That's why it's essential to prioritize getting potassium from your diet. Foods like avocados, leafy greens, and pumpkin seeds are great options. Try to avoid sources that are high in sugar like bananas, especially if you're dealing with blood sugar issues. If you look carefully, there are supplements available that provide 250 to 500 milligrams per serving, which can help, but be cautious. If you have advanced kidney issues, excess potassium can build up and become dangerous, so always consult your healthcare provider first. 2. Magnesium. Magnesium plays a critical behind-the-scenes role in helping your body absorb and use potassium properly. In fact, if you're magnesium deficient, your cells can't hold on to potassium, even if you're eating potassium-rich foods or taking supplements. Here's why. Magnesium is needed to keep the sodium-potassium pump functioning. This tiny cellular pump is responsible for moving potassium into the cells and pushing sodium out. Without enough magnesium, the pump doesn't work, meaning potassium either gets wasted or flushed out too quickly. That's why trying to fix a potassium deficiency without first addressing magnesium deficiency often leads to frustration. The swelling, cramps, and high blood pressure persist, even if you're eating the right foods. So before you load up on potassium, make sure you're also getting enough magnesium from sources like pumpkin seeds, leafy greens, sunflower seeds, or a quality magnesium glycinate supplement. It's the foundation that allows potassium to do its job. Also, if you decide to use a magnesium supplement, make sure you're getting what the label actually promises. Some low-quality supplements may list a certain number of milligrams on the bottle, but what your body actually absorbs can be much lower due to poor formulation or low bioavailability. One brand that consistently tests well for purity and actual magnesium content is Now Foods. Many of their magnesium products like magnesium glycinate are known for delivering what they claim. But still, do your homework. Read labels carefully, check for third-party testing, and avoid supplements with unnecessary fillers or additives. 3. Vitamin B1. Vitamin B1, also known as thiamine, is the one vitamin your body absolutely needs to keep the sodium-potassium pump working properly. This microscopic pump, found in every cell, is responsible for moving fluid in and out of cells and is essential for maintaining proper fluid balance in the body. When the pump fails, fluid starts to collect outside the cells, and that's when you begin to notice swelling, especially in the legs, ankles, and feet. Now, here's the science behind it. The sodium-potassium pump runs on energy, specifically ATP, which is the energy currency of your cells. but your body can't create ATP from carbohydrates unless vitamin B1 is present. Thiamine plays a key role as a coenzyme in the metabolic pathways that convert glucose into usable energy. Without enough B1, that energy production slows down, and the pump simply can't do its job. Scientific studies support this. A 2021 review in the journal Nutrients highlighted how thiamine deficiency disrupts energy metabolism and can lead to cardiovascular dysfunction, including problems with fluid regulation. Another study published in the Journal of Clinical Medicine found that supplementing with thiamine improved heart function and reduced fluid overload in patients with heart failure, a condition closely tied to malfunctioning sodium-potassium pumps. Now here's the part most people don't realize. The more refined carbohydrates and sugar you consume, the more B1 your body uses up. Every time you eat bread, white rice, sugary snacks, or soda, your body needs B1 to break it down. Over time, especially with a high-carb diet, this depletes your B1 reserves, even if you're not diabetic. This is one reason why swelling in the lower legs can occur even in people who don't have kidney, heart, or liver disease, because their sodium-potassium pumps are failing due to a silent B1 deficiency. So, how do you rebuild your B1 levels? First, you can focus on foods that naturally contain B1, such as nutritional yeast, sunflower seeds, green peas, and lentils. But at the same time, it's just as important to cut back on refined carbohydrates so you're not constantly draining your B1 stores. Now, while regular thiamine supplements can help, there's an even better option. Most common forms of B1 are water-soluble, meaning they get flushed out of your system quickly. But a fat-soluble version of B1 called benfotiamine is absorbed much more efficiently and stays in the body longer. This makes it far more effective for people trying to restore their B1 levels and reduce swelling, especially when poor circulation and nerve damage are also a concern. In fact, benfotiamine has been shown in studies to reduce inflammation, support nerve health, and improve blood vessel integrity, all of which are crucial for lowering edema and restoring proper fluid balance. So if you're experiencing swollen legs or signs of poor circulation, increasing your B1 levels, especially through benfotiamine, could be a game changer. Just be sure to talk to your healthcare provider before adding any new supplement, particularly if you have other health concerns. Now before we wrap up, let's talk about 3 crucial lifestyle tips you can add to help amplify the healing effects of the vitamins and minerals we've just discussed. The first one is to cut out carbohydrates, or at the very least, drastically reduce them. This includes not just refined carbs like white bread and sugary snacks, but even so-called healthy whole versions like brown rice and whole wheat bread. That's because all carbs break down into sugar, and sugar is the very thing that depletes your vitamin B1 and weakens the sodium-potassium pump. Instead, focus your meals around healthy fats like olive oil and avocados, and quality protein like eggs, fish, or legumes. If you absolutely must eat some carbohydrates, make sure to eat them after you've had fiber-rich vegetables, healthy fat, and protein. This helps slow down the sugar spike and reduces the damage to your circulation. The second tip is to practice intermittent fasting. When you give your body a break from constant eating, especially from carbs, your insulin sensitivity improves. That means your cells become better at processing sugar, which takes pressure off your metabolism and preserves your B1 and magnesium levels. Even a simple fasting window like 14 to 16 hours between dinner and breakfast the next day can begin to reset your system. The third tip is to move your body daily, ideally through exercise, but even a brisk walk for 40 minutes a day can be incredibly effective. Physical activity helps drive glucose into your muscles and lowers circulating insulin levels. This improves insulin sensitivity, reduces inflammation, and keeps your sodium-potassium pumps functioning more efficiently, all of which help reduce swelling and restore proper circulation. To wrap up, getting rid of swollen legs isn't just about treating symptoms, it's about fixing the root cause at the cellular level. With the right minerals like potassium and magnesium, the crucial vitamin B1, and simple changes to your diet and lifestyle, you can begin to reverse edema naturally and restore healthier circulation. As always, please consult your healthcare provider before adding any new supplement to your routine, especially if you have kidney, liver, or heart conditions. If you found this video helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it to help more seniors who may be struggling with this very issue. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.